February 4th, 2025. How's it going, guys? Oh, I got another video for you. And it never fails to amaze me about Kansas City and Independence, Missouri. I mean, we've had so many killings just in the last week. It's not even funny. We got people shooting people. We got people running people over and just going off and leaving them for dead. That just happened yesterday. And then we had 3 before that. I mean, Kansas City's got some big problems, but there's a lot of drugs here. A lot of drugs going on, and the prostitution, but massive drugs here still. Now, when I got back here tonight, late, come back and went up, got some pizza, but there was an incident before that, early on. And we're going to talk about that incident up here at this, I think they call it a mini mart, Phillips 66 off of 23rd Street. Up there off 291. And we were getting gas. Car was getting kind of low. So usually we go to Quick Trip. But we went to this Phillips 66 tonight. And there was a U-Haul with a black guy and a white gal, mid-20s, that pulled up. And this black guy just stared at me. I mean, just straight head on. And just kept staring. And then I couldn't hear what he was saying. He was saying something. And it was like, well, if he's needing directions or something, I just said, go inside. Go inside. And I could hear him say, I don't know who you are. Now, my son was out pumping the gas. And there was a white gal that was with him that had a tattoo up here by her eye. Looked like it might have been gang-related. Maybe not. I know a lot of ladies that have tattoos all over their bodies. But this looked more like something you'd get, I don't know, maybe in prison, maybe not. You know, I guess, you know, if you like that, those tattoos all over, that's one thing. I mean, I actually have a tattoo too, but I don't think I want to be covered in my entire body in them. But getting on with that. So this looked like they were up to no good, and it was getting a little bit more intense. Now, I had window, the door was closed on the other side, and my son was pumping the gas. So I'm going to show this. But this gal was just laughing at me because I pulled body cam out and started filming him. She had her phone out. And I was thinking, well, we were there first. They come in. They were trying to make contact with us for some reason. I just told, I said, go on. I said, go on inside if you need directions. I don't think they needed directions. I think they were looking to do something else. Or maybe just harass me in general. Maybe because, you know, these U-Haul vehicles, we've had a lot of them in the past several years since the pandemic. That was moving up and down. There was also hauling hot goods and drugs. And they were going up here at these storage facilities and dropping stuff off and moving stuff back and forth. Something else. Maybe the government, maybe Trump and Elon maybe could take a look at here in great Kansas City with all the bikers and everything else that's going on. But we're going to show this. I actually got the tag number off this U-Haul too, if anybody would be interested in it. I keep everything and keep track of everything. But the thing of it was, you don't never know if somebody's going to rob you like that. You don't know if they're going to come, you know. We got people here in Kansas City all the time pulling guns out, shooting each other. So you can be driving down the highway and they'll shoot you and kill you here in Kansas City. Or Kansas City, Kansas, or Independence. I mean, it don't matter where you're at here. So it happens all the time. And that's something they can't deny. You can go back and look at it. So anyway, we're going to show this real quick. And I don't know. Didn't look good to me. But anyway, let's take a look at this. Okay, guys. So we had to go get some gas. I want to show this. And I want to show that we had pulled in here first. That they weren't already sitting there too. Because they were just looking for trouble. And that's Kansas City. That's Independence, Missouri. Now, let me freeze this for a second. All right. So you don't see no big old U-Haul or anything. And we're going to pull in here at this Phillips 66. right there to the pump, get some gas. Now I'm going to show you what happens next. All right, guys. So this is the black guy, and there's a white lady on the other side of him. Got a tattoo kind of above her eye. Basically was just staring and laughing at me in this vehicle. My concern, my son was outside. He was pumping gas. And this black guy, he just tried to steer me down. I was like, well, what are they doing? Are they going to try to rob us or something else? I do conceal and carry. And I do lock my gun up in the vehicle or in the glove compartment. And this was a little bit dicey. I mean, you never know. I was still sitting in the vehicle. Our windows were up on the vehicle and stuff. So, I want to show this. So, let's just see this. And this gal, this white gal, she's like maybe, she's like I say, like in a gang or in prison or something else. She's got a tattoo and she's just laughing and stuff. But at first, this black guy just staring at me. Then I thought he was, he maybe said you wanted directions or something. So I said, you need directions. I took my hand and I put it up in there and I said, you go inside this mini mart. You go inside. And the only thing I could hear him say is, I don't know you. I was like, well, I don't know you either, but why are you trying to communicate with me? If you need directions, you go inside this mini mart. So, this was really weird. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, and this guy's got a jacket on that says Chucky. I guess he's a Chucky. Let me go back out here a little bit. There's my son getting back in the vehicle. And then I handed him the body cam and he hit the reverse button and goes upside down. But we're going to keep watching this. So the guy never gets getting gas. He goes in, he starts to go inside. I think the woman finally gets out. I had to look at the back side of the other deal. But I backed up and I actually got the license tag off this. I do have the license plate off this U-Haul. Now, I'm going to stop this for a second. Let's see here. I'll go back here for a second. And over the period of when this pandemic took place, there was a lot of vehicles that was going up and down 47th Street. Not people moving in and out. I tracked these vehicles up to this storage facility. And then I seen them moving stuff. I mean, even like brand new like boxes and stuff in and out. And that was up here off of 40 Highway in kind of between Hy-Vee and like when you go on up here by where a tool shed in between. But it's more down here by, what is that, the Four Corners. I think it's Four Corners Church over there. I don't know if they still call it that or not. But there was a lot of dirty dealings going on. Now also they use these vehicles. A lot of times these people also live in these U-Hauls. Now I don't know what this deal was, but whatever they were up to was no good. And as you can see, he's there. And I think they finally tried to go in. I don't know what the deal was, but they sure, like I say, was up to no good. And there you can see him right there. But if they needed directions, why didn't they go inside? And that's the only thing. This guy, he just kept staring and yelling. And I thought, whoa, that's a little bit weird. I mean, here in Kansas City, we have so many people that end up getting robbed and killed and shot on the freeway. Like I say, we just had 3 2 days ago got killed. I think it was maybe domestic or something. Maybe, I don't know if the other lady died or not, but I think it was a grandmother, mother, and a daughter, and a dog got shot. And then yesterday, we had another person downtown just decided they'd just play like an arcade game and run over somebody and go on. How many of these hit and runs do we ever get caught? Not very many here in Kansas City. It's like you can just run over people with a vehicle and go on, I guess. But not good. I am going to give you a couple updates on a couple other things here too, but I wanted you guys to see this. Now hold on. Oh, and also I wanted you to see that, what you can see of that says Chucky on the back of that jacket. So that's pretty identifiable. And I was trying to see those numbers and letters upside down. What does that look like? 220. I don't know if that's R, C, maybe. That's on the vehicle, the rental van vehicle. So this was a weird thing. I wanted to show that real quick. Now, hold on, guys. So one update pizza night up there north of the river, CC's, and then come back by the casino, played a few bucks. Had a pretty good time, won a little bit. But you always got more weird stuff that happens. And get out of here. Now, this is a new one. Now, you know, Kansas City was saying that, you know, this head-on stuff, I ain't very... That's not true. I mean, we have a lot. I've come out of here several times. I posted 2 videos with people as I was coming in here to Ameristar, they were in the opposite lane going out head on. And I don't think they were all, I don't know. I don't know if they were all drunk or not. I think sometimes they might have been high or something else. To be able to go down this the wrong way, you would have to be really, really not with it. But tonight, no exception. Another weird thing. There's a van down here with a whole bunch of Chief stuff on it. And this vehicle, there was nothing wrong with it. It was running okay. And that's something else I'm going to talk about here in a second. But I want you guys to see this. I come up on a vehicle a few days back when I was at the zoo, and there was this lady in front of me, and she had a Neon, an older Neon, and it just quit on her kind of, and then it ran. And this was not the same thing. Now, these lights, you see it move up just a hair just thin, but all the lights are bright, and it's running. It's not smoking or nothing like that. But this was just deliberately sitting here. And then when I tried to pull out around it, it pulls in front of me. Now, this is even more funky, but we're going to show it. You see this stuff. I mean, you can't make this stuff. This is Kansas City. Now, if you come in here and you was vacation and staying here at Ameristar, what is this? Look at this. Look at this. Well, now, if it was just going to sit there, what was it sitting there doing? Going to try to run into somebody and say that that you ran into them or something? I mean, here you go again. I mean, let's just go back to this one. I want to play this one more time because this is just freaky, weird stuff. So it's sitting waiting for some vehicle to pull up here. And I mean, I'm always observant. I mean, this is just nuts. He's got little Chief stickers in the back. It's like, well, but it wasn't like it wasn't running okay. That's what's weird. And boy, it hightailed it after I went on around. I was going around it because it's like, eh. And the window was down. The window was down. I don't know. Weird stuff. So hold on. So we're coming back, 4:35. So, if you really, I show different things here to try to keep all this stuff down between the drugs, the crime, and everything else. That's what I do. And then I also do videos of the zoo, of the animals and stuff. But what's really interesting is this stuff down here. I noticed last weekend this started again. These vehicles breaking down. Now, vehicles break down, of course. I mean, that's common sense. But all the time, this has started again. And every time I pull around here since last weekend, there's cars sitting here or broke down and their lights are flashing. And this is where actually they were dealing the drugs, and also they had little tiny kids they were moving. Something that, let's see if I can get this on a little bit further on here so you can see this. Now, you see those flashing lights, and there's a car, and there. Before then, there was another vehicle that was sitting here, like I said, last weekend. It had dark windows all the way around it. Well, shoot, believe it or not, today when I come past Gordman's and Toys R Us, there was vehicles sitting up there, but they had dark windows so you couldn't see into them. Now tonight, that's what I was going to say. The only good thing, I seen Independence Police Department around up there around 8 o'clock tonight. They were actually setting up there over by the parking lot watching, which was a good thing, guys. Now hold on. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up here real quick. But anyway, this lady, she had like a tattoo right here, right above her eyebrow, right over here on this side over here. And I'm just going to do this for a couple more seconds, let you see this, because this is some of the people you're dealing with here in Kansas City. And they just think it's funny. Well, I guess they figure they could probably rob somebody or do something else. Because they sure weren't trying to find directions now, were they? Because like I say, when I put my hand out most for him, I said, you go on inside. You go inside and ask for directions. You know? I don't think that's what this was. I think this was something they were looking for an easy mark. And like I say, definitely, hold on guys. What I was going to say, definitely you want to watch out for this mini mart up there off 291. I would be very careful. Well, this, you know, there's something else that's weird about here, this Phillips 66. It's never got hardly any vehicles. We've pulled in there a couple times and got gas way far back. But it never seems like there's any vehicles getting gas here. Now, I don't know if it's just because sometimes it's maybe a nickel higher or something. But this is a place I would definitely try to avoid, especially if you're traveling through Kansas City and don't live here, because this is just another thing to show. And who knows what like I say, what they had in mind here. I'll do this one more time. That slow-mo. See her laughing? Look at that. Isn't that funny? No, I don't think it's funny. And I don't think a lot of other people would think that's funny either. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here pretty quick. And I talked to my black friend tonight about this too. And he's going to actually take a good gander look at this too. And here in Kansas City, there's bad groups in Kansas City that try to put between the races against one another and other different things and stuff. And I wanted his opinion on this. I want him to look at it. Now, we're from the same generation. We're Generation X. Now, my son, he's Generation, the last, I guess, Z. But these in between, I don't know. I think some of them ain't firing on all cylinders here, you know, guys. So anyway, wanted to get that out there. And like I say, I want to give a 2 thumbs up for Independence being out there tonight, out there by Gordman's and by Toys R Us a little bit. It keeps it down a little bit, but in the daytime, they're still doing it. Because like I say, had to go get a couple of my teeth worked on. I had a couple of fillings I had to get replaced. And when I come back by in the daytime, sure enough, there's one sitting over there off by the old cinema, kind of off to one side. And there was another one, a vehicle that was sitting up on the other side over there. Both of them with full black windows all the way around where you couldn't see inside. They're not even supposed to have those front windows like that. Front windows, they're supposed to be able to see through, at least. So I don't know, guys. Anyway, keep your eyes open and stay safe out there.